Okay, so this is part 3 of doing the repeat test of the soil sample taken using a sample of soil from the Arid Zone, and we're testing it with a more sophisticated let me speak properly. Right, so start again. So this test tube here is a soil sample pH test for soil taken from the Arid Zone to measure the pH value using a more sophisticated kit compared to the one I took last week, which was just a quid. So this kit was a little bit more expensive and more sophisticated with proper instructions and a pH reading chart. So just to recap, I have a dianthus planted on the cool side, which is not looking very happy. It's sort of, the leaves are looking kind of wilted and whatnot, so I'm not sure, maybe it doesn't like terrarium conditions, or maybe the soil, maybe it's too acidic, the dianthus, sorry, hang on, let's have a look now. So in this pack of instructions, it shows a list of plants. There's a few pages of plant names, and it shows the alkalinity, the pH ranges that they prefer. So if we look at the dianthus, it's saying that it prefers a pH range of 6.0 to 7.5, and this is what I'm trying to measure to determine whether the soil pH where the dianthus is planted is, to see if it's within that sort of range. So what I'm going to do to avoid further confusion, I'm going to bin these guys. I'm going to get rid of them. This is my second test of the same sample. I added a little bit more to the sample. So I simply stuck my index finger right down in the soil on the Arid Zone, and then removed any debris that fell into the hole, and then took a sample of the soil from the bottom of that hole and placed it into the tube to about 1 millimeter depth. Sorry, 1 milliliter depth. And then following the instructions in here, I then took one spatula sized of the the barium sulfate testing powder and placed into the tube, and then topped that up to 2.5 milliliter mark with the soil testing solution, which is this here. And this testing solution wasn't provided with the cheap kit that I got for a quid. The powder was. So anyway, forget about the cheap one now. Let's just concentrate on this one. So this is the second test result, and it's pretty much the same color as the first one. So I'm going to conclude that this is the kind of resulting color. And if we compare that to the pH chart, well, it's looking more acidic. So this has been sitting now for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and it's come up with pretty much the same color as the first test, which I left to sit for about a similar time. and it's showing that the soil pH is more on the acidic side, and that is with the arid zone soil, which is drier and more shaly. Now I'm going to do a test using the soil taken from the cooler side, which is more humid and tends to be more dense and richer soil in terms of texture, and you can see it's darker than on the arid side. So that I'm going to do the first test now of the woodland zone. So I'll keep you updated, guys.